inna lahu lanasihun. Now, making this argument, they make the next is arsilhu ma'ana. Send him with us. Gadan, tomorrow. Yarta wa yal'ab wa inna lahu lahafidhun. Inna lahu lahafidhun. Inna lahu lanasihun. Inna lahu lahafidhun. Send him with us tomorrow. So, yarta, that we may enjoy, that he may enjoy. Wa yalab, that he may play. He's a little kid, he should enjoy. He's stuck here with you. Wa inna lahu lahafidhun, and we are making a promise. Again, the triple emphasis. Inna, indeed we. Lahu, putting it in before hafidha, lahu. Hafidahu, lahu, lahafidhun. How strong is that? The exact word when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Nahnu nazzalna dhikra wa inna lahu lahafidhun. Allah uses this word to say that we reveal the Quran and indeed we will protect it. They use the same, exact same thing. We will protect him. Now they've made a very good case for their father. And they're also saying that he needs to play. Which brings us to another fiqhi question. Should Muslims always be deadbeat, sitting, studying, worshipping, never have anything for entertainment or play? The answer is no. We are supposed to have a moderate amount of exercise and fun, which, as long as it is halal and it is not excessive. And we have examples from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, such as what? He raced with Aisha radiallahu, he raced with his wife. He did things, some fun things, which we should do because it requires us to do that. Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anh, karamallahu wajhu, said that sometimes you need to play and entertain yourself, amuse yourself, otherwise the hearts, from too much of that, they go dead. You need entertainment, halal entertainment, as long as it is halal, is permissible, which is good for you. We should do that in moderate amount. It's not constant, continuous. So this tells us about that. So, because here are the children of Yaqub alayhi salam, they said, we want to go play. We want to have fun. And so they make this argument. So now Yusuf alayhi salam, Yaqub alayhi salam listens to this. It's a very convincing argument, but his gut instinct doesn't like it. So now he will try and make some excuses. He still doesn't want to send this child with his brothers. Qala, Yaqub alayhi salam says, Inni layazunnani an tadhabu bihi. I would be in huzn, in great sadness that you take him away from me. Literally, take him away means you're going to go away for the day. It will make me really sad. But there's an implication that you take him away. He may in his own mind also be thinking that he may be taken away permanently or forever, because we don't know, for a long time. He doesn't think that it would be forever because he remembers that dream. That he said, indeed it would make me very sad that you go with him. And then, so he's talking again about his emotion. Now this part of the argument, the brothers don't address, because you can't address that. He says, it would make me sad that you take him away. Now, how do you argue against that? But then he adds another one. He says, أَن يَأْكُلَهُ الذِّئْبُ وَأَنْتُمْ عَنْهُ غَافِلُونَ. And I'm afraid that a wolf might eat him, and you, he doesn't say that you would allow that, you would be ghafil, you may be heedless, you may be not paying attention, you may be careless. Again, this is his adab for his children. Instead of saying you guys are losers, he says, because you are busy with other things, you ignore him, and a wolf may eat him. Now the scholars have said, why did he say that? Some people said that that area there were wolves, but how often do wolves come and attack when there are people around a child? So some have said that perhaps it was a true, genuine fear. Others have said, the majority, no, he knew that this was sort of a far-fetched kind of, yes, can it happen? Yes, it can happen. Lightning can strike. But what he was looking for is some excuse not to let him go. So he used this as an excuse. You guys are going to be playing and all, you'll forget him, and a wolf will eat him. So he used it as an excuse. Some have said, the minority, that he may have implied that you are the wolves who are going to harm your brother. That's a minority opinion. Now, what this teaches us is sometimes it's wiser not to speak too much. He could have stopped by saying, it will make me very sad. But now he brings this. Now these kids, these children who have planned all of this, they have not really planned well what they're going to do, how they're going to justify what happened to Yusuf. Even if they throw him in a well, that's all they have planned. What are they going to tell their son and their father? So the father gives them the lead story. The wolf might eat him. So they say, oh, good. Good, thank you, Father, for giving us the idea. So, right away they say, now they have to counter that, fear of his. They can't say that you're not going to be sad. But this part they immediately grab. They say, قَالُوا لَإِنْ أَكَلَهُ الذِّئْبُ وَنَحْنُ أُصْبَةٌ إِنَّا إِذًا لَخَاسِرُونَ. A wolf eat Yusuf and we 10 strong people are there? Then we are really losers. In other words, how is that possible? We are such strong people, we take care of all of this. For you to even think of this, it's preposterous. It cannot happen. So the feeble excuse that Yaqub alayhi salam had made, it gets overruled right away. Now, there's only two choices. Either he can say, take him, or he has to tell the truth that I'm afraid that I don't want you guys with him. But he doesn't want to say that. So he backs down and he allows Yusuf alayhi salam to go with him. فَلَمَّا ذَهَبُوا بِهِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and when they took him away, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not give any details of what they did. Some of those details are available from previous scriptures. Whenever something bad happens, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not give details. Something, it is proper etiquette. For example, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, when you come from the bathroom, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't give you details you're going. He says, when you come from the bathroom, when you touch your spouse, it doesn't say you have intercourse. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, elegance, says it in a very beautiful way. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just said, this is in English, it's called ellipsis, that you say, and they took him away, ... Means no details given. There are details. Allah does not want to give those details. And whenever, and this is a rule in when some sin is committed, the details should not be discussed because it desensitizes us. Okay? Our culture is very different. Anything happens, every detail is on every channel. It desensitizes us. Whether it's a murder and its gory details or affairs and this and that. Everything out in the open, because then it desensitizes people. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just says, and when they took him away, that's it. And this way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is also preserving their dignity, because that later on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decided to make them prophets. He doesn't give the details. وَأَجْمَعُوا, and all together they agreed أَن يَجْعَلُهُ فِي الْغَيَابَةِ الْجُبِّ, that they decided, they all agreed to throw him into the bottom of the well. Now put yourself in the shoes of Yusuf alayhi salam, little kid. For the first time in his life, he's going to go out and have fun. He must be excited. I'm going with my brothers. We are going to play. We are going to do this. We are going to have a picnic, because all of that is in there. So he's all excited. and he's going out. And when they go out of range of hearing and thing, they start poking fun at him. So some of the narrations have said that they start beating him. And then what do? They strip him. Now this kid must be thinking, what's going on here? And 10 big people, they take off his shirt. And he must be looking at them, my brother, next brother, looking for sympathy in somebody's eyes. It's not there. How traumatic it would be for a little child that you are being beaten, your clothes are being stripped off you, and then they take him and they throw him in a well. Just think about it. Just think about it. I mean, it's huge. It's horrible. So who's going to come to his assistance, his reassurance? وَأَوْحَيْنَا, and we sent wahi. Allah inspired in him. إِلَيْهِ لَتُنَبِّئَنَّهُمْ بِأَمْرِهِمْ هَذَا وَهُمْ لَا يَشْعُرُونَ. And indeed, you will inform them of this action of theirs when they don't know who you are. So this little child, in his heart, Allah inspires. It's not like Jibreel alayhi salam coming. Okay. He is given this reassurance that one day they will come to you, you will tell them, and you will be in the upper position, you will know them, they will not know you. So it's telling him, you're not going to die here. You're going to come out. Your dream will be fulfilled. So just imagine a child being given that kind of reassurance. وَجَاءُوا أَبَاهُمْ عِشَاءً يَبْكُونَ. Now after doing all of this, they wait till night time to come to their father. A picnic would have been over a long time. They wait for the night time. Why? Because yabkun, they come crying to their father. Of course, they didn't have lights like this, some candles or something. So in the night you can't really see the emotions, but they're wailing, they're crying, oh father, something terrible has happened. We are late because we were looking, something horrible happened. So they come in the night crying. قالوا, they say, Ya Abana, O our beloved father, our father, Inna dhahabna nasbaku wa tarakna Yusufa inda mata'ina. And they make an excuse which is not valid. They say, we went racing with each other and we left Yusuf with all our supplies. It's not valid because they had promised we are going to take him out to play, not to guard our stuff. And we were playing and we left him there. And then they use that same thing. فَأَكَلَهُ الذِّئْبُ. And the wolf came and ate him. وَمَا أَنْتَ بِمُؤْمِنٍ مُؤْمِنٍ لَنَا وَلَوْ كُنَّا صَادِقِينَ. And you will not believe us. They're saying that now, they're putting him on the defense. You will not believe us because this is such a preposterous tale. How could it have happened? But it did happen. لَوْ كُنَّا صَادِقُونَ. لَوْ كُنَّا صَادِقِينَ. That even though when we are telling the truth, you're not going to believe it because it's such a story. But this is what happened. And they're crying away. So one of the lessons from this is, one of our early saintly qadis from Tabi'un one time was giving a judgment, and a woman came and she cried and cried and cried, and everybody in the majlis was moved by her. And the judge just listened to her till she left. Afterwards they asked him, said, such emotion, and you didn't even console her? You know what his response was? the brothers of Yusuf also cried. In other words, we don't go by apparent emotion. We go by facts and evidence. And later on it turned out that woman was a liar and she was just putting on an act. So this teaches us that we shouldn't get affected by emotions. We should look for facts. Okay? So now you have this situation. And what do they do as proof? وَجَاءُوا عَلَىٰ قَمِيصِهِ. And they brought him the shirt. This is the first of the 3 shirts in the story. They bring him the shirt of Yusuf alayhi salam. بِدَمٍ كَذِبٍ. This is an interesting thing. Lying blood. So what they had done, as you know, they killed some animal, a goat or whatever. They made the shirt full of blood and they bring him in the night and give it to, said that, this is our proof that this is what happened. Qala bal. Yaqub alayhi salam says bal. Bal means something that negates everything that is said before. He said no. Sawwalat lakum anfusukum amra. Your souls have convinced you to do something. In other words, he's not saying he doesn't have proof that they did something bad or killed him or whatever. He said your souls have convinced you to do something. It's even higher than, in other words, you know what you have done. I have no proof. I can't prove anything. فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ. My response is, in response for beautiful patience. What is sabrun jameel? Where I don't complain to Allah's creation. The highest level, I leave my case to Allah. Wallahul musta'an. In a case like this, Allah is the one whose help should be sought. And this is what we should know. When we have difficulty, we should also say, Allahu musta'an. Allah's help is sought. Ala ma tasifun. Over what has happened. What you assert has happened. Why doesn't Yaqub alayhi salam believe this? Because he remembers the dream. That this is what was promised and this has not happened. So he couldn't be dead. Because they're not saying the wolf took him, and they said that he ate him, he's dead. And there's also a narration that, there's no perfect crime. In their rush to do this, when they brought the shirt, Yaqub alayhi salam looked at it, he said, what a merciful wolf. Because the shirt was completely sound, it had not been ripped apart. So they were not very sophisticated. So he said, the wolf ate the thing and the shirt is perfectly fine, except it has blood on it. And he always suspected in his gut, he knew that, but he also knew that nothing else I can do. And some people have said, why didn't he push his sons? Now you tell me the truth. Because he knew that. And he knew that this was a trial from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the best sabr is as soon as the calamity happens. For sabrun jamil, that's it. Allahul musta'an. In other words, I rest my case with Allah, His help, and that's it. So this is, so far, in brief, we haven't gotten, because of time, there are a lot of other lessons that can be brought out of this, and we can perhaps add the next time. But this is what has happened, and there are, as we said last time, more than 1,000 lessons, according to Ibn al-Qayyim, in Surah Yusuf. And we're trying to derive some of those lessons for our benefit, that we don't take this as the most ahsan al-qasas, the most beautiful story. It's not the story, it's the lessons that we derive from it. In parenting, in how to be with your parents, how to be with your children, how to do justice, how to make decisions, and knowing that shaitan is your enemy, all of those things and many others, lessons. And as we said last time, all of you are required, this is wajib, to go home and write the lessons that you took from today's session. Keep tabulating those, and we are going to compile everybody's in the end, and we'll go through the whole list of lessons. Inshallah. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.